I can see why he's going to miss this car.
8 hours of solid driving in an A45 AMG. You know those Ionics? They can beat Lambos.
Just a bit of a like, right, okay.
Do they drive on the left in Scotland? So I'm collecting a car today. I'm in Newcastle and we've got a lot further to go.
7 hours on a train later, here we are with an A45 AMG 2017 in a very Christmassy Scottish little town. It's quite a cool little place. This is definitely the furthest I've ever been for a car. I now have a roughly 8-hour trip back. It is dark, so I'm not going to be able to get too many kind of rolling shots of the outside, but I will stick you on the inside, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this, even though it is 8 hours in the rain at night. Right, let's get moving. Right. Here we go. So, I haven't actually brought my camera around with me, but I did bring my GoPro, so one of the shots will be clean. Okay, push to start. Ooh, cheeky. Exhaust is already on. Let's turn the fans down, seat heater on, wipers off for now. Right, let's see how bloody long this is going to take, because I think it's going to be quite a while. 7 hours 42. 7 hours 42 to get home. You can see like where I am. I'm there and work is there. Yeah, long drive, but let's get going. I mean, do they drive on the left in Scotland? Is that touchscreen? No, not touchscreen, I can report. I'm in comfort at the moment. Let's turn it into Sport Plus and hear a little rev past the Christmas tree. I've opened the rear windows. So there's a Christmas tree, here we go. He did say he was gonna go for a pint in that pub. I kind of want to wave to him as I go past, because he looked quite sad about leaving this car. Here we go. Oh my god, I can see why he's going to miss this car. That was a snap, crackle and a pop, that was. Ready, one more. That is a lot of fun. Right, 7 hours 42. Let's go. 400 miles to go. So far it's been quite gentle, mainly because I have no fuel. I'm wondering if very soon I'll get shouted at by the attendant. I'm kind of I just proved myself thinking it was Tuesday still. These are lovely cars to drive. They really are. You know how kind of for ages Volkswagen Golf is the gold standard, you know the advert? Sounds just like a Golf. I know it's a Volkswagen advert, so there is bias, but you know, sounds just like a Golf. Ooh, the door is just like a Golf. The subvisor, just like a Golf. The petrol flap, just like a Golf. Great advert, but I always feel like the A-Class, and particularly the A45, is the benchmark on my hatches these days. It's one of the smaller ones compared to like the S3 or the RS3. It just feels tight, it feels dynamic. Don't get me wrong, if you're a big lad, probably too smart for you. The guy who just sold it was getting rid of it because he just had a baby. So they're not the most battery car if you need more space, but as far as hot hatches, I think these are, it's never going to be the best at the moment. The only shame about these is in, you know, 15 years and 10 years when I suppose they're affordable on finance now, but they're truly affordable to buy for young people, the 17, 18-year-olds. I feel like half of them, £75, that's not too bad. I feel like half of them are going to be battered because everyone is so tempted to just absolutely rag them. They have a 50-litre fuel tank as well. Good motoring journalism. I thought I'd just very quickly show you around the car. So it actually has a massive rear diffuser on these, which I also always think looks quite cool when it doesn't have the wing. I know the wing makes it look, wow, look at me, I'm an A45, but I do like the kind of understated look of a car that is that fast but doesn't have a really obvious wing. It looks mean at the front, really a lot more aggressive than the standard. Oh, I might do a thumbnail here actually. Because it's dark, you're not going to see that much driving, but what I thought I could do now I've got a full tank is basically just kind of show you how quickly it gets to speed, because this is a service station on a dual carriageway and there's no slip road at all. And that should really be able to show you off what this car can do. So I'm going to put it in Sport Plus. The exhaust is on. I might do the window down just a little bit so you can hear. And there doesn't really need to be much gap in these cars. That'll do. The camera's gone. and there's 70. Incredible cinematography. This is what you do on a low budget car review. Okay, I'll see you in 100 miles.
Not sure, but you know, it's a bit of a like, right, okay. Okay, open the...
There goes another normal car, but there's the future. You know those Ionics? They can beat Lambos off the line. And in a drag race, quarter-mile drag race, I'm pretty sure they can do Lambo. They can definitely do this, unfortunately. But nevertheless, back to the A45. We are, I don't know, 3.5 hours in, non-stop. I've got a slightly numb bottom, but I think that'd be the case in every car. I think this is a lovely place to sit. I actually really like the bucket seats in this because they kind of hug you, but they're not too race-like. They are quite comfortable. I have some sort of potato and spinach pastry Mawams for when I get tired later. I've already had 2 coffees, one this morning and one about 3 hours ago, so I don't want to dose up, otherwise I'll be up to like 6 in the morning like that. But yeah, all things considered, I'm really enjoying this drive. You know what I really like about this? I said earlier that this was kind of like the benchmark for hot hatches. Cornering, it feels like it's on rails ever so slightly. I mean, I haven't pushed it to the point where understeer would undoubtedly step in, but at the speed I've been driving at, it's been really nice. But yeah, 3.5 hours in, probably about another 3.5 to go. But yeah, anyway, onwards. I don't know exactly where we are, but we must be near some port. I think it's maybe Carlisle. Back in comfort, onwards. They're my stats so far as well. 195 miles, 3 hours 40, and averaging 36.6 mpg. Not bad, because I've got a heavy right foot, but I am taking it easy. 5 hours in, 188 miles to go. I really like the Mercedes A45. I really do. I was saying to Lil just, I was on the phone, I was getting some audio caffeine, and I was saying, even though it's a hot hatch, it kind of feels like a very comfortable cruiser on long roads. I'm average height, so I'm not tall, I'm not short. I feel if you were tall, you'd probably have a different view of this car because it does feel quite compact. But for me, this is so perfect. I normally travel on my own. If I've got camera gear, there's enough room for everything. On motorways, I'm doing 36, 37 mpg, which isn't terrible for a hot hatch. And if someone's messing around, I can just burn them. I think that's all around pretty positive since I've been driving now for, yeah, over 6 hours non-stop. Hopefully not stop again, and I'll see you at the other end. Service stations are actually quite a good place to get car shots. I just realised I've never really used a service station to do any sort of car reviews on it. I think I'm out of focus. No, I'm in focus. I think I said 188. The distance is, okay, 118 miles to go, 2 hours, arrival time 10 to 1, and I set off at, yeah, 7:15 this morning. Oh, route update, road closed. Oh, the bloody hell. The M1's closed at junction 32. That's what I mean about this chairs. Kind of half buckets, but very comfy in the middle. Alcantara, excuse the mess. But yeah, really nice looking and comfortable chairs. Right, let's go. 8 hours of solid driving in an A45 AMG. I think honestly I'd enjoy less driving in an A45 AMG, but that's generally speaking. Their quality. Oh my God. 1.1 miles to go. There we are, done. 439 miles. 8 hours 17, 38.1 mpg. Not bad from an A45, not bad at all. I was thinking it was going to be a lot worse than that, but I was kind of driving like Miss Daisy the whole time. I say Miss Daisy, I was kind of keeping it at like 60, 75, because I wanted to get back on one tank. There was 50 miles range in it. I put in one tank and I just thought, oh, let's try and get home on that. So yeah, God, that is the longest drive I've done since, God, I lasted Europe, I think. It's now 1:30 in the morning, and I've now got to drive 45 minutes to get home, but that is in the true hot hatch. I'm doing this because it leaks, not because the paint is nice.
Right, here we are. No power steering, no nothing. Fully steamed up, but I am actually genuinely happier to be in this car than I was the A45. Of course, that car is much nicer, much more comfortable, a more pleasant place to do 8 hours, but this car just makes me happy. And that's what's really important with cars. I'm really glad I bought that cover though, because I seem to have some leak here. And as this is my very first project car, I need to figure out what that is. I'm guessing it's some sort of door seal, I'd imagine. Or maybe there's like a little kind of valley there with a bit of rubber in, and it might have perished over time, and that's where it might be leaking. But there's been periods of this car's life when it's been sat on my parents' drive that I've opened the door and the entire driver's side footwell is, you know, an inch or two full of water. I mean, I've let the paint deteriorate so badly that the lack appeal is, you know, nothing can be done now apart from respray. But now I'm taking care of it. I love this car. Right, 800 and something miles later, I've only got 34 to go and then I'll be home. I'll see you next week when, yeah, something quite bad happened to this car on the first drive after it got fixed. I'll see you then. Peace.